I'm so excited about it. I'm just like, I know it's going to be fun to plan, because I think the only stressful weddings are the ones where you have a small amount and people are on the bubble.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And you have to evaluate or assess your relationship with.
With Taylor Swift, nothing ever happens without a story behind it. It's never just I got engaged and move on. There's always a deeper narrative, a trail of clues, a carefully crafted myth. As she steps into late 2025 promoting the life of a showgirl, Taylor has been weaving wedding hints into her every appearance. Some are obvious, others slip out in passing, and a few feel almost accidental. Yet together, they paint a quiet picture of what her wedding might look like, without ever giving away the whole plan. It all began with the proposal, because of course, Taylor made sure the world heard about that one. During an appearance on The Graham Norton Show, she revealed that Travis Kelce didn't just propose on a whim. While she was recording his podcast, he secretly turned his backyard into a full-blown garden paradise, flowers, hedges, twinkling lights, and hidden photographers capturing every moment. She called it a 10 out of 10, admitting he absolutely crushed it. That garden proposal instantly became the crown jewel of their engagement story. Still, even as she shares glimpses of that moment, Taylor made one thing clear: not everything is for the public. Some parts of the proposal will always be ours, she said softly. Some moments will stay just between us.
Figure out ways to make sure that I do have things that are just between us. And thankfully we do have a lot of those things. And that moment in particular is one that's always just going to...
That balance, sharing just enough while keeping the rest private, has become the golden rule of Taylor's wedding story. And naturally, the next chapter is the ring. On The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Taylor gave fans a rare peek behind the design process. She revealed that Travis had the ring for months before proposing, secretly working with a jeweler she once admired, Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry. It was a small detail she'd casually mentioned to him long ago, one he clearly never forgot. Taylor admitted she can't stop admiring it. Even mid-interview, she catches herself glancing down. I look at it constantly, she confessed with a grin, the kind that says the fairytale is very much real.
A lot of work into that one.
He did, and he had it for a really long time before he gave it to me too.
He did?
Custom did this and designed it with this amazing jeweler who he made it with.
It's gorgeous. Even the sides are beautiful.
I know. I know. I look at it constantly.
Sometimes, she even pairs the ring with wedding bands. During that Tonight Show appearance, Taylor stacked 2 diamond eternity bands alongside her engagement ring, a subtle yet deliberate choice. It's her version of visual storytelling, quietly signaling that she's already stepping into the next chapter, the graceful shift from fiancé to bride.
Oh my Lord, can we look just at the camera?
Back in London, the hints kept coming. During her chat on BBC Radio 1 with Greg James, a familiar and friendly space for her, Taylor dropped another surprise. When Greg jokingly asked, "Am I coming to the wedding?" she didn't hesitate. With a grin, she replied, "Obviously." It was playful, casual, and yet another breadcrumb in the trail she's been laying out so effortlessly.
That he's going to do that as soon as he sees you at our wedding is that's gonna happen. He's just gonna...
Whoa.
Oh, did I?
Am I coming?
Obviously.
It was playful, warm, and another clear sign that she's blending her inner circle, public figures and all, into her unfolding story. When Greg pressed for more details, asking if it would be a destination wedding and when it might happen, she gave that knowing smile and sidestepped with her signature tease, "You'll know."
Destination wedding?
People don't think that we're actually...
She also took a moment to reminisce, reminding Greg and the audience of their old inside jokes. Like the time he once quipped,
You were when you were joking with me at the show we did about being sweaty and people thought that it was a greatly offensive...
Taylor didn't stop there. During her album launch morning in the UK, she practically took over the airwaves, appearing on Heart Breakfast, Magic Radio Breakfast with Gowan and Harriet Scott, Capital Breakfast, Hits Radio, and more. Across each stop, she blended talk of the wedding with stories about her album, baking, and reflections on her career. On Magic Radio, she explained why she chose to premiere the album in cinemas, to invite fans behind the scenes with added commentary, visuals, and storytelling. In the same breath, she connected it to Travis, revealing that his favorite track, Opalite, was chosen intentionally, Part of her use of gemstones and metaphors throughout the record and on Capital Breakfast, she chatted about British humour, close friendships, and how her time in the UK has shaped her life and art. It wasn't full-on wedding talk in every segment, but those radio appearances gave her a chance to sprinkle in the emotional texture of her new era, one where Travis is clearly woven into her creative fabric. Then came the Scott Mills Breakfast Show on BBC.
Shockingly offensive thing to say.
Absolutely. It is not the last
It's
album.
not why people get married.
No, exactly.
So that they can
That's
quit
a whole
their...
She leaned into the idea that creativity, performance, and partnership can coexist, that she's still fully alive in all three as she steps into this new chapter. She described how she wrote much of the album while touring, sometimes flying between stadiums in Sweden just to carve out quiet hours to write. The wedding talk, she said, is something new, something emerging now that she finally feels grounded enough for the idea of marriage to feel real. Back in the US, during Late Night with Seth Meyers, she shared a light-hearted story that perfectly captured their dynamic.
You didn't mention Greta. Did you meet Greta? And he's like, yeah, and I was like, okay, well, what did you say? He's like, well, I walked up to her and I was like, I love Barbie. I'm seeing all over the internet is just videos of Travis dancing with Greta all night, like they're best friends. Travis, here's a video of you with Greta. It feels like she thought the joke was funny. And he goes, oh, that's not Greta.
She also used that late-night stage to admit with a smile, yeah, it's about time I start poking around at the wedding details, but invitations aren't quite in the toolkit yet. It's become a recurring theme for her. She's pacing herself and, of course, she's still fielding those old, stubborn rumors, especially the one suggesting marriage would somehow end her music career. Taylor has shut that down every time. Just because you tie the knot doesn't mean you disappear from your dreams, she said. If anything, she insists, she feels more alive than ever. Fans have noticed, too, that she's been seen wearing more than just her engagement ring. On The Tonight Show, those stacked diamond bands felt like a quiet signal that she's already leaning into the married aesthetic, but perhaps her most revealing moments came during the Graham Norton show. That's where she shared the now famous Secret Garden proposal story, flashed the ring, and called the moment magical and thoughtful. She also hinted,
I'm so excited about it. I'm just like, I know it's going to be fun to plan. Because I think the only stressful weddings are the ones where you have a small amount and people are on the bubble.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And you have to evaluate or assess your relationship with them.
When Graham Norton asked if the wedding was happening next year, Taylor gave that trademark, mischievous smile and replied, oh, you'll know. When he teased her with, you must be going big if you're inviting me, she laughed and clarified that she was planning to invite him, just not yet. For now, she explained, her focus is on wrapping up her album. The wedding planning, she promised, will come after the music is done.